Good morning. I wanted to get an early video out to you guys. It's about 7:20 here, and in about 16-17 minutes, hopefully this uploads very quickly. What's going to make this video difficult is there's a lot of lawn mowing outside, so that will be a distraction for your ears. I'm very, very sorry about that. I wanted to wait, but I knew that that was going to take a while, so I'm going to talk prominently over the lawn mowing, okay? And it's very, very loud, so I'm sorry, okay? This one is the next great conversation that Libra is going to have with a person, okay? I wanted to do this before we go into our Venus energy because that's our home planet, and Taurus and Libra thrives in Venus. So there's going to be a lot of Mars too, and we'll talk about that in another informative video today. I will do maybe 4 signs. I'll talk about it for the 4 signs that I pick. And we're just going to get right to the next big conversation. Big shuffle. Okay, 2 don't want to go back in. We have the Badger. This is a very big Libra card. I'll read it to you. It says, bring your life into balance, Archangels Mary and Sandalphon. Okay, so Libra could be the one that is getting back in balance. I do sense a little bit of releasing, okay? With release, we get back into balance. And so this positivity could happen today for you. I also see here that the story could be shifting and changing into a new narrative as you go into your Venus energy, okay? And then I'll talk over the lawn mowing. I'm sorry about that. And then you have the Rabbit, okay? Your person, Libra, that you most want to talk to, or the next most desirable conversation, could be someone here who's rather fertile, because rabbits in the spiritual realm and in the animal kingdom have a thing to offer. They're very fertile, or possibly this person sees that you are that way, okay? So we have those 2 cards. I wanted to get 3, so let's do that. The next big convo, the next big conversation, Ladybird. Okay, I wasn't expecting this. I thought we were going to get a big mammal, but we'll check it out. It says, accept happiness and good fortune. It's a time of abundance. If you go to astrology on your free time, I know a lot of you are busy, and actually the most you can do is listen on your AirPods heading to work, or you're about to go have a long day. I totally get it. I was there once. This is about luck. You know, whenever you see a ladybug out on your nature trail, a lot of you guys tell me you get your nature walks in on the weekend, okay? There's something here about Libra sees a good luck thing sometimes when they're out driving. There could be like a visionary tale that keeps happening, or there could be repetitive dreams, okay? Next big conversation, 2 people are going to have it. So there's not a third person. And it's actually, I think Spectrum outside they're drilling for the phone wires to update them. Do you guys know about that, or it's happening in your neighborhood? They're trying to make it a stronger resonance. So that's what's going on outside. I'm sorry, if I waited a few more hours, you guys wouldn't have a reading by 12. The sound would just go on anyway. So we have a conversation between 2 people. If you notice, the rainbow is right by the heart chakra, Libras. And when we operate out of our heart chakra, we're actually in our Venus. That's what makes us, I think, the most beautiful, okay, to our friends, even to our foes. And the heart chakra is highlighted here because some of you maybe need to re-tap into that, okay? As far as an exercise, maybe you haven't gone into your heart chakra in a long time. If that's not you, and recently you have gone there, it says it's going to come from this space because the rainbow is here, okay? Recognize your significance in the second card. What is the bottom of the deck? Owl. That could be a confirming card for some of you. Your person loved owls. You're the lover of owls, and it's about intuition. Something is reminding me about this week. I don't know if we had intuition in a title. I'm not sure if intuition was a big part of our weeklies, but this card says, listen to the messages of the angels. Archangel Bokpi, I believe it's pronounced, and I'll put it up there just a little bit longer. So with owls, they have great instinct. It is sharp. They follow their instinct, nevertheless, not wavering on it. You know, if they see something flying very, very quickly, their head is going to turn. Okay, so it's instinctual, this conversation. And that's the next great duo that will talk, Libra and another person. 2 here could be very lucky, like a perchance occasion. And if you guys want a screenshot of this one, I'm going to do it as a over the table, okay? And then working together with the ant if I were to keep going. That one says, cooperate for the highest good of the community. That's gorgeous. And then a deer was after that too, if I were to keep going. This could be a very prosperous conversation, okay? It could be about a divine feminine, because the rabbit usually is sign of divine feminine totem. Also, I'm talking a lot about Venus, right? So there could be something here about what the divine feminine has been working on. She has been, in terms of globally right now, the Empress has been working really, really hard, but it's beginning to be tired and exhaustive for the feminine. The masculine is keeping up, but it seems to be more of a material abundance right now for them, okay? Like the focus is very material. Not that they're a material being, but that their focus is on the 8 of Pentacles and 9, if you guys have been following readings of Divine Masculine. So let's get the main message here. Hopefully that loud noise, I'm sorry if you guys are on the AirPods today. I'm really sorry. If you want, I'll continue to do bonuses throughout the day, and I'll wait for them to stop. But so far, we've been notified the whole street is going to be like this the whole day. So I'm going to try to work with it. Why is this the next great conversation? What's the comfort? You have the 2 of Pentacles. The only card that wanted to come out this morning. For me, it's not the greatest to interpret. It's actually challenging when you get a minor arcana like this. The weight of something on your shoulders, the balancing of it. I think also when the 2 of you begin to speak, the uncertainty will be brought up, because when you do this actually in the tarot story, when you're balancing, sorry about that, it's very, very uncertain, the 2 of Pentacles. It needs a finite answer. Maybe this sets a Libra free too, with the ladybird, ending up to go a different road with prosperity, choosing a different land, okay? Or something here about landing point. It brings you on a different journey than what you thought. What do they express? You have the King of Swords sideways, just like that on the table, just like this. That would cross the 2 of Pentacles. I think their communication is like this. I think the desire is there. I also believe that during this conversation, someone is going to come at you in a really small way with the King of Swords. Make sure that the respect is met with you mutually too, okay? Because we have Gem, Libra, Aquarius here, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and that's a sideways motion. So you might be caught off guard. That's the King of Swords. Also coming in sideways could be that they're not completely telling you everything for face value. You have to use discernment in this conversation, because somebody knows that you could be somebody else's, or you could be in another relationship. There's a prosperous, abundant thing going on here. You don't get fertility every day in a reading. It's very, very rare to draw this out. So this could just be a divine feminine message, or you follow a lot of your divine feminine feelings for my guys. Maybe you've been told as you were little, you're more sensitive than other people, okay? What needed to be addressed? Thank you. Right away. 3 of Wands, King of Cups. That's what I've got. Other people are going to have different cards for me today. And if you notice, they stopped. Could have meaning in the reading. King of Cups is Scorpio. 3 of Wands is about meeting you halfway. It is a... 3 of Wands is about your ships coming in. Not necessarily the waiting part is drawn out. Okay, so I want you guys to understand that. The waiting doesn't need to happen if you have free will, which we all do. They have a message about enterprise with you. Maybe they've been waiting for something solidified as far as you saying yes. Okay. The best advice when you get this combo is that somebody has been trying to mature their emotions. They're coming out as a water sign in this reading, but of course they can be a Sag, they can be an Aries, they can be a Capricorn. They're taking on the form of a King of Cups. So it can be sentimental is the right word. Let me correct the deck. 6 of Swords. Okay. Saw this in my pre-shuffle. I don't think it's going to be the biggest highlighted card today. I think the court cards will be. And this is about somebody who wants to heal things. Maybe they've been waiting on you for action, but I don't think it's necessarily designated to someone's job here, okay? We have the Sun with Leo. They could even be a Leo. Page of Cups and apology and the 10 of Wands. So this has been a weighty apology too. Page of Swords. Oh goodness. It's a very repetitive last 2 days with the same cards. We will have so many readings today, so we're going to keep going as much as possible, okay? The apology is weighty. For some of you, this has been a long relationship, so you're deciding whether this causes more burden for you. Sorry about the noise. Overall, I think that you've done okay with it. It's just in the future, do you want this to be a continual burden? Okay. They owe you something sincere conversation. There can be a breakthrough with the Sun, new ideas, and even something you didn't know with this next great compassionate conversation. I would take the Sun as higher to kind of cancel out the Page of Cups. Maybe the Page of Cups isn't even needed because this is a major arcana. It talks about enlightenment. It talks about truth. It talks about somebody telling you the truth with the Sun. So let's clarify that. What is the Sun card? One card. You have Judgment. Okay, and then I will break because the noise is too loud for me. Okay, if you need to leave me a message today, this is going to come out as an overhead shot in the community's Libra Center. So if you do need to talk to me about the spread or you want to pull apart the cards with me, I will leave a space there open for you today. All you do is go to the community tab, okay? And then Judgment here is about deciding. There's a lot of things that get out in this conversation. There's a lot of honesty. Judgment is also about reconciliation. Some readers say that. I don't think, for me, reconciliation is the best part of the Judgment card because honestly, it's not going to happen to everybody. Reconciliation is if you want it. So Judgment is here as Scorpio. It can be transmuted, okay? Sorry about that. Talk louder. Some of you guys are probably going to mention the noise. I just wanted to be here early because for me, updating Libra Light 2025 in the morning is the best time because I can't do it later on in the day. Okay. Thank you for joining me too. I missed you guys yesterday. 2 of Cups, okay? Again, 2, like you have some different imagery here from different cards. It can be really sincere. This person could have water in their chart that's significant. Big 5, big 3, that could be the placement. But Libra even learned something about their emotional capability. You might find out that this person was sensitive this whole time. Okay, from the Owl to the Badger to the 2 of Cups, because the Owl is also an intuitive person. Libra could be very, like 110%, but this person can also be very, like now feeling their feelings. So a 2 of Cups is coming straight for you. Why did they feel that way? Thank you. 6 of Cups. And this is a good card to end it on because we can continue in a part 2. And that's what I'd like to do. The conversation can be, I feel them as someone who nostalgically is drawn to you. That's how I'll put it. That's how you'll know who this person is actually. They have a lot of memories, good and bad, with you. I'm seeing something here about like turning on, like kind of doing this to a dial. I don't know if that means anything to anybody. And black eyeglasses. Black. I'm specifically seeing that. And it's funny because I even see colors in my personal dreams, Neptunian dreams. I see colors, almost like it's Panavision. And it's like I'm being shown these eyeglasses a lot in the corner of my eye. These are the 2 cards I was looking for yesterday as a reader. This is what I wanted to report on. But if you notice, I never got it yesterday. I got it on Tuesday. So there's a very sentimental... they could have been reminded the last few days of something that you have, okay? So we have the 6 of Cups 2, which is really, really reminiscent. You can't make that up. The 2 cards is reminiscing 101, okay? Anything else here that we don't see coming, even if Libra is a very, very intuitive person. Like still shuffling. Thank you. A slick. 9 of Swords. They've been meaning to tell you something. Okay. Clarify the 9 of Swords. What is that? What is that? 6 of Wands. Okay. They want to tell you about a circumstance in their life which they have recently found successful. Maybe a big change within them, or a system of change. It could even be your success that they're surprised about, or your recognition. They could find you to be successful these days. They're communicating the 6 of Wands, okay? And it's not that they're worried about this so much, because they could want victory through the conversation. And that's what I'm picking up on. It's getting way too loud now, Libras. It's too loud now to even like continue explaining. So I'm gonna take a break. And when you guys see me again, Ace of Wands is at the bottom of the deck. When you see me again, we are going to talk about this in terms of, we're going to start at the 6 of Cups in video 2, okay? So in the part 2 today, it will be necessary to know this first story, because the part 2, you're going to have to know some of these cards in order to follow part 2. So I'll see you guys then. Hopefully they stop drilling. I do know it's an all-day thing, so I'll try to maybe pick a different room in the house, maybe the kitchen. I'll see you guys soon. It's getting louder. Thank you guys for joining me for the morning reading.